Welcome to Education Today. I'm Eric Schrenkengoss from West Shamokin High School in the Armstrong School District. The Armstrong School District is always unveiling something new and exciting throughout each school year. Everything from classroom technology to a completely revamped Armstrong School District website. To talk more about this new Armstrong School District technologies, we have Mr. Brad Schrenkengoss and Mr. Tony Grenda. Welcome to Education Today.
Thank you.
Morning. Morning. Would you both introduce yourselves and give a brief background of your experience?
Oh, my name's Tony Grenda. I've been with the school district here now for, can't believe it now, 11 years. And just seen quite a bit of changes. Started out from pretty much a two-man department and have grown to over, with our staff now, if you can correct me, is eight people now. Seven
people, yeah.
So I've seen a lot of changes, and so we constantly keep trying to improve the technology that we can supply to our teachers and students.
Hi, I'm Brad Schrenkengoss. I'm the Director of Technology for the Armstrong School District. I have been in education and technology for 12 years now. Started out as a teacher in Virginia and Maryland, and gradually kind of morphed into a technology person. I've been with the school district now for going on 4 years.
Fantastic. Now, Mr. Schrenkengoss and Mr. Schrenkengoss here. Now that the new website has been up and running for almost 2 years, can you tell us how it's helped with communication?
I think the website has helped with communication in part because it's cleaner and easier to navigate. It has a better look and feel to what our old website was. Our old website in 2007 had a lot of information on one page. It's kind of hard to find anything that you needed quickly. The new page, we streamlined it, made it a lot cleaner, and I think that it just helped the public able to find information and for us to post information, emergency announcements, e-alerts. It just made the whole communication experience, I think, better for not only the ASD Tech Department, better for the community as well.
I would agree with that as well. I just think the organization alone of the website has definitely made things a lot easier for parents, board members, anyone in the community to just try to find information that they need.
Well, I have used it, and I do like the new website, just throwing that out there. How can people take full advantage of the new website?
I think the best way to take full advantage of the ASD website is to register for the site. Once you register on our website, you can sign up for various alerts. As soon as pages are actually updated, as soon as they're updated, it automatically emails you and lets you know there has been a change made, so you can actually go and view those changes. I think that is probably the easiest way to stay in touch with the ASD without having to go to the page every day. You can actually have these alerts sent to you, and you can kind of keep updated with what is updated on a regular basis.
All right. Mr. Grenda, in your own words, how's the website made things easier for your team?
On the maintenance end of it, it's made things tremendously a lot easier for us. We don't have to currently maintain the hardware since it is a hosted service now. The other advantage that gives us, we're almost guaranteed 100% uptime now. So if we do have a network outage here at the school district, since it is hosted, you're still all the services information are available all the time. It is also just the organization and the layout, but just having everything the same within all the buildings has made things, even just for the be able to try to find things as you're browsing between the main administrative site and all the other school district sites. It's made things a lot easier to find, and also makes it easier for us to be able to post, since we know we're always going to put everything pretty much in the same location depending on what building we're in.
All right. Well, what are some of the areas that you've improved in?
It's an evolving website. We constantly are adding new information to it, so it's kind of hard to point to one specific area of the website. I think as a whole, it's constantly evolving and growing, and the more information we get on there, I think the better the actual website has become over the years.
I also think one of the major improvements is the ease of use for us, not only us, but for teachers and administrators. This website on the back end, where you actually edit your web pages, you don't really need to know much HTML. Teachers, it's much like using when they create their web pages. It's much like using a Word document. It's very easy to navigate for them also. So I think all around, it's just a better website, all improved.
That would make things a lot easier there. Mr. Schrenkengoss, Are all the various features that you've planned are they up and running yet, or is it still a work in progress?
I think Tony alluded to it, that it is definitely a work in progress. I mean, our website is very large. A lot of stuff we still host on our old web server and link to them. It is something that takes time. We actually have to move documents. It's very time intensive, and you know, as we put new documents on, we're always migrating things over when we make changes and pull them up to the new server. There's still some stuff that we need to take care of, and that's probably something that we look forward to take care of in the summertime, and when we have a little bit of time to actually move some of those items over. But for the most part, most of the features are on the new website, and like I said, we're still working to always improve it and make it better.
Well, that's good. So there are a lot more ways that you're planning to improve this whole website.
I think so. I mean, I think, like Tony said, that it's evolving, so it's always going to be changing. Always going to be. We're always looking for new ways to streamline the site to make it better for the community to be involved with the school district.
Okay, thanks very much. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We'll be talking more with Mr. Brad Schreckengost and Mr. Tony Granda, both of the Armstrong School District Technology Department. Stick around.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name's Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're talking with Mr. Brad Schreckengost and Mr. Tony Granda, both of the Armstrong School District Technology Department. Technology is a never-ending field of constant updates and new technologies. One initiative that the whole state participates in to help us in this growing field is the CFF grants. Now, could one of you tell us what a CFF grant is?
The CFF grant was a grant originated by the state. It was called Classrooms for the Future. That was my first year coming into the district, and what the Classrooms for the Future, the idea was to make all classrooms 21st century classrooms, which would include wireless internet access in the classrooms, laptops for the students, and whiteboards and projectors. It's basically getting more technology into the classroom and moving to the 21st century and letting our students and teachers have access to those tools.
So you sort of answered how long it's been around here. How's the equipment funded now?
The actual grant was only funded for the first 2 years, and now it's kind of supported and funded by the Armstrong School District. When you say funded, currently what we do is, we're actually supporting the grant ourselves, like replacement of laptop batteries. Something goes down, we have to fix it ourselves within our own budget. Recently, we also won a EETT grant, which is Enhancing Education Through Technology for grade 6, and that will be funded now. We're putting that same equipment into the classrooms now as we have in the high schools. And actually, the goal of our technology department is not just these grants. This year, we actually are in the process of installing whiteboards and projectors in all classrooms. We have finished this summer, and up to this point, we have most all of our classrooms at the elementary level have a new projector and whiteboard, and the high school level, the classrooms that were only funded with the CFF grant, we actually have just purchased whiteboards to go into those classrooms, which will probably go in after the renovation in the buildings.
Well, I do have to say the whiteboards have been great for the classroom.
Good to hear.
That's definitely. Now, Mr. Granda, what are some of the benefits to having this technology implemented into the schools?
As Mr. Schreckengost just pointed out, that as we've added new technology into the classroom, as you pointed out, the whiteboards, I think it gets the students more engaged during the classroom. I think it adds another element and keeps the students more interested into the coursework and actually gets their interest piqued. So.
I also want to add, I think for students when they go, they go into the business world or wherever career field that they choose, there's a lot of companies out there, a lot of places using whiteboards and smartboards, and it's good to be exposed to that technology coming out of high school. They have experience with Blackboard, whether it be a whiteboard, a laptop, and we're just trying to provide our students and teachers with access to the most current technologies out there, so that when they get in their field of choice, that they have experience using these types of technologies.
Mr. Schreckengast, how much longer do you think it's going to take to conclude this implementation of the new technology?
Forever. I think we alluded to the fact that technology is always changing and growing. As soon as we get the whiteboards and projectors in, then you have the iTablet come out a few years ago, and now we have the Droid tablets and the different types of technologies, and those are something that we're currently looking at and how to implement those into the classroom. So as the technology changes and grows, those are things that we as a technology department work with the other educational administrators, and we try to figure out where we can apply these new technologies to, and that is something that we're always kind of looking for the latest and greatest things that expose our students and faculty to. And like I said, with the tablets, we're currently reviewing some tablets and seeing how we can implement those in the classroom and give the students access to those technologies too.
Who are some of the staff members at the Armstrong School District Technology Department?
We currently have 3 technicians in our staff, Mr. Chris Clausen, Ron Galpin, Todd Lance. There are 3 primary technicians. We also have Jamie Osborne, and official title there
as information analyst.
Okay. We also have Chris Bauer. He is our network and systems administrator, and of course us too. And we also have the services of Greg Jordan as well from the maintenance staff. He helps us. He's been very instrumental in helping us getting all the whiteboards and a lot of our technology installed into the classrooms.
Yeah, can't say enough about Greg Jordan with his installation of whiteboards. That's all he has really done this year is install whiteboards over and over again, and he's done a fantastic job of keeping up and trying to get these installed as quickly as possible. And everybody, one thing we do, while we do have different titles in the tech department, one thing with our technology department is we have technicians, we have information analysts, server administrator, network administrator, director of technology. We all have to pitch in and help out where we can. And all lines of career, what our titles are ever changing. And what if I need to get out there and fix a PC, I'll go out and fix a PC. So, and it's same with Tony and all the other guys. We do whatever needs to be done on that day just to make sure the items are up and running for the faculty and staff.
It's good to know you can all do that, because I'm sure there's a lot of breakdowns and all that.
Plenty.
What is the busiest time of the year?
I think it's the full year, to be honest with you. One of the biggest questions I always get personally is, I must really enjoy my summers off. But really, the summer is the beginning of the busy season, especially for me and our technicians, because that's when we actually we start the discussions of what new technology we really want to implement for the following year right around this time of the year in February. And during the summer is when we actually take those initiatives and actually start to implement those. So for me, it's typically from June all the way through December is when the busiest time of year for us is. But it also coincides with the start of the school year. So as soon as September, beginning of mid-August, through December is also the busy time when we're trying to iron out any issues that we have, get everybody acclimated back into the system, and make any, try to explain to them any changes that we've made. And but realistically, it's all 12 months of the year.
Yeah, I would have to agree, but my position's a little different, and my busiest time, along with the summertime, probably my busiest time is the very beginning of school, 2 weeks before school starts, and the next 2 months we actually have the ASD Cyber Academy that I work with, and I install all the equipment into the students' homes. I'm taking books and getting the students up and running in their homes for the ASD Cyber School. So that's probably my busiest time, is right in the beginning of school, and like Tony said, it just seems like we're never not busy. So the whole school year is kind of busy, but probably the beginning of school year for me is the busiest.
Mr. Schreckengast, do you offer any job shadowing or internships?
Yes, we do. We currently job shadowing and internships. The summertime is usually the best time for the internships. We advertise in probably April, I guess, April, May, for summer interns. We'll take up to usually around 4 summer interns come in, which is a great asset to the technology department with all the technologies that we have and the upgrading and installations that we do, and they get a vast array of experience with anything from building PCs, imaging PCs, to some basic level networking type duties. Job shadowing also, we've had some college students come and do some job shadowing on various members of the technology department. I think it varies. We don't have any set times. Mostly people contact us, except for the summer internships, and we try to accommodate whoever needs an internship or do some job shadowing.
How can people contact you for more information?
I think the best way to contact us, either call the administrative building or just look up our email addresses on the website and send us an email, and we'd be happy to provide more information.
Fantastic. Well, if you were to take a long view at the Armstrong School District Technology Department, what would you like to see in the department's future?
That's a pretty tough question. I think in my eyes, the number one job of our technology support is technology support. That's customer service, making sure their equipment is functioning as it should. I think one of the areas that in the long-term view, I would like to see us have some I guess, site-based educators and technologists at the site-based level. Currently, with the CFF grant and the ETT grant, we have 4 coaches. They're called CFF coaches, and what they do is they're the integrators of technology into the curriculum, and I think that is what we need to see. We need to see those positions continue on in the district. They actually we provide the technology to the students and teachers, but there's not enough of us to go out there and actually assist students and teachers on how to implement those into the curriculum, how to use them for different projects, and that's what these coaches have been able to do for us. And I think in the future I'd like to see us continue down the path that we're going now, where we're providing, we're not just providing equipment. Anybody can provide equipment, but we need somebody to show them what the best way to utilize that equipment in the classroom and for educational purposes.
There are various technologies that are used throughout the district. Can you give us a brief overview of what kind of technologies we have out there?
We have a wide range of technologies out there. One of the initiatives that we started a few years ago was virtualization. We started out with virtualizing servers, try to some cost savings, and some other benefits, ease of management that allowed us, that enabled for us. I'm trying to think, as Brad said, we keep continuing whiteboards, projectors. I think there's the classroom voting devices as well. Wireless, that's another area that we're looking into expansion, and we want to try to get, we would eventually like to have the entire district blanketed at one point in the near future. Laptops, we're looking at many, I believe we're looking into little netbooks. I believe that's one of the things that our technicians right now are working to wrap up, wanting to get out in a lot of the elementary buildings. Brad, what else can we say?
We have the Mobies. Mobies are actually wireless slates. Basically what they allow the teacher to do with a whiteboard and projector, you're stuck at the board when you're doing an assignment, when the teacher is writing on the board. Well, these new Mobi tablets actually allow the teacher to circulate around the room and actually write on the whiteboard wherever they are. That's a new technology that we're currently in the process of getting out there in the hands of some of our teachers. It's been a big help. We're also always looking at open source applications. We recently, with our elementary, we implemented for the 6th grade, a set of wireless netbooks. We actually are test driving Linux on them to see how the teachers and the students react to using a different operating system instead of Windows. It saves us a ton of money with our Microsoft licensing to move to a free operating system. So we're kind of testing the waters to see which direction we're going to move in the future, and paying a close attention to what the private industry is doing in those regards also. So we want to make sure that whatever experiences we're providing our students is something that's going to be beneficial for them when they graduate from the Armstrong School District.
Boy, I never thought I'd see Linux in the Armstrong School District.
At the elementary level.
We can't let you get out here without asking you one question pertaining to the new renovations and construction. With the renovations taking place, is there anything new or cutting edge that's planned for the high schools? Could you give us a brief overview of those types of things?
I think it's really hard to say at this point in the project with what actually we're going to be implementing into the high schools at this point. But we are looking at, obviously, making sure we have the whiteboard and projectors in the classroom. We're hopefully going to put in wall plates, switcher plates, where if the teacher has a document camera or the TV is running through the actual whiteboard projector, that they have a button they can push and actually switch in between the different types of media. It's in wireless, as Tony alluded to. We're going to make sure our buildings are blanketed with wireless so students and teachers can, they're no longer tied to a computer in the classroom. If they want to circulate around the building or even outside the building, they'd be able to take a laptop outside and work on a group project. I think, basically we're striving to have our classrooms 21st century, classrooms, and no matter what we do within the district with the renovations, that's the model we're looking at. We're looking at putting that media, that type of software and hardware into the classroom so that our classrooms are up to date and with the 21st century learning.
Is it easier to implement these changes while renovations are taking place?
Definitely. It is much easier to do that instead of trying to retrofit into what existing space we have. It's much easier to try to plan and actually have that part of a major project where they actually build that in and put those technologies into place. It's much easier.
And we're seeing that right now with the whiteboards that we had purchased for the elementary. As Mr. Jordan goes around and installs these whiteboard projectors in every classroom, we have to displace the students for 4 to 6 hours per classroom to get these installed in the classrooms safely. So the students are disrupted, the teachers are disrupted, and it's going to take, if they don't have a space to go, they have to go into another class. That classroom's disrupted for a day. So yes, definitely when there is no one using the classroom, it makes it easier. And like Tony said, retrofitting, we're trying to make things work with our existing structure of the classroom, which when we do the renovations, the walls will be already open, the ceiling will be open, and we can run all those cables behind the walls a little easier than it is happening now.
Definitely seems like it would be a lot easier. Is there anything else either of you would like to share to benefit our viewers?
Just that, I think that AHS-TV Technology Department is there. Our main job is customer service and working with the community, working with the staff and students in this district, and we strive, is to make sure that everybody has a good experience with technology, and we're always looking to improve in areas of technology support, and we're striving to do our best every day to help the students and community.
Yeah, and I also like to add on to that as well. With as Brad mentioned earlier, we in the past we've done a great job of actually getting the technology into the classroom. But and since Brad's been here, we've made great strides on actually trying to get all the staff comfortable with the equipment so that they actually use it in the classroom and getting that support with our CFF coaches. I think we've made great strides, and we're going to continue to do that to try to make sure everybody feels comfortable with all the technology that we have implemented.
Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests, Mr. Brad Schreckengost and Mr. Tony Grunda of the Armstrong School District, for giving us their time out of their busy schedules to talk to us about the district's wonderful technologies. Our thanks goes out to the TV production students of West Shamokin High School, led by their teacher, Ms. Patty Yamrick. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit the website for updated information about the district, and have a great week.